Hello and welcome to my kitchen. I'm Judith. Today I'm going to do a vegan green curry. Now you don't have to do it vegan. It just depends on what you add. So I'm going to use tofu. And we're going to have to deal with the tofu in a minute because we want to fry it. I have winter melon, red pepper, bamboo shoots, and of course green curry paste and other accoutrements. But if you want to make it vegan, check your curry paste and make sure there isn't any shrimp paste in it. If there isn't, you are going to want to add something to it to help, because most Thai curry pastes have shrimp paste. If it doesn't, and you want it vegan, add some miso. If you don't care if it's vegan or not, add some shrimp paste. And if you want it vegan, add soy sauce. If you don't care, add fish sauce. One thing we are going to do is use a microplane to grate 1 or 2 dried shiitake mushrooms in. And I do have bamboo shoots that I keep in the freezer. They're much better than canned. I have lime leaves, which I also keep in the freezer. Otherwise they dry out. And I think that about sums it up for what we've got. Let's get started. Now, before we fry our tofu, obviously we have to get it out of the package, which should just be able to peel that top bit of plastic off. And yeah, the water level is going to be high, so have a cloth ready to wipe it up. I am using extra firm tofu. You can use firm, or you can actually buy fried tofu. You can buy smoked tofu, which is an option. So let's get our tofu out of the package. So what we want to do is get the tofu out of that package, out of that water, and then press it a little bit and get as much moisture out as we can. And because this is extra firm, there shouldn't be a whole lot of moisture in it, but there will be some. So just do it a couple of times. Just keep pressing. And you don't want to put a heavy weight on it and leave it, because you're going to break it up. And we do want it together. Okay, that should be good. Now we're going to cut it into cubes. Since when do you like tofu, cat? You never know. I've had cats like the weirdest things. So we're just going to slice it into cubes. Well, they're more like rectangles, but that's okay. You can fry your tofu in a deep fryer, as I did. It took me about 6 minutes. Or in a shallow pan with an inch or so of oil, a ½ inch to an inch. It comes out lovely, crispy on the outside and beautiful and soft on the inside. I'm thinking I'm not going to use all of this in tonight's meal. I want to save some to do another dish. Thai green curry paste gets its color from green curries. You might have guessed that. But the commercial versions may not be as bright green. So there are a couple ways you can make it greener. Add some Thai basil leaves, which we're going to use later for garnishing. So now we have to grind it up, which is where a nice mortar and pestle comes in. So you want to grind this severely, and I think we're going to need more than that. I want it down to a nice wet, like so. So let's get some more in there. My poor Thai basil plant may not last much longer. Not if I keep ripping everything off. We do need all of it pretty much for this dish. There we go. Okay, that should be good. So what we need to do now is reduce our coconut milk. And I use about half of it there. And that's a 500 ml container of coconut milk. So we're just going to turn that on and bring it to a simmer and let it reduce. We want it to reduce by about half. Right, now that it has reduced by about half, now you can let it reduce further, and depending on how patient you are, sometimes reducing it further is a good idea, because that will save you stirring for the next step. We are going to add our green curry paste. Now this will depend, how much you add will depend on how hot you like it, because this is where the curries are. I don't think anyone in my house can take it too hot, so I'm going to put about a tablespoon in, maybe a little more, just to challenge everyone. Let's see. Let's sneak a little bit more in there. Let's try. I don't think that was a full tablespoon. Let's go for a little more. Now I know it doesn't look very green in the video, but it is green curry paste. It will look greener, at least when it's cooked. So now you literally have to stir and continue to stir, or it will risk burning to the bottom of the pot. And we don't want that. So just break it up and keep going. See, now what we want to happen is for the oils to start releasing from the coconut milk and the curry paste. This will take a while. And this step always takes me much longer than needed because I am so afraid of turning the heat up too high and burning things. So while we're doing this, let's talk about some other things. Now, in this, we are using the deep fried tofu, which I'm not going to tell you how many of these I've eaten already. And we're going to use winter melon, which I showed you at the beginning, that big round piece of vegetable. If you go to a Chinese market and they don't know what you mean by winter melon, tell them it's this. And that will focus. Don Qua. So I think we're getting close. We're also going to use some red pepper, as I said. I have a julienned that. And I have cut up the bamboo shoots. I prefer the frozen. If you can't find frozen, get the canned. They're not that bad. I mean, I just prefer the frozen ones. I find they have a better texture. And we're going to use some palm sugar. So I've broken some palm sugar up into bits. If yours is soft enough to grate, go for it. Mine came in cakes, and it's been in the cupboard for a while, so it's gotten rather hard. And as you can see, this is getting really thick, but the oil isn't separating yet. So we got a long way to go yet. And we can see the oil separating now. There's the coconut oil separating. And so far nothing is sticking to the bottom. Now it's diligent stirring. We're almost there. And I know it's not very green, but we're going to add green to it. Oh. Okay, at this stage, we got most of the oil out. We're going to add the rest of our coconut milk and give it a really good mix. We also want to add a little water in there. And we want to bring it back up to a simmer. And keep the water on hand just in case it gets a little too thick. To enhance our curry paste, we are going to use a teaspoon of miso. We're going to microplane in one shiitake mushroom, wow. It's actually kind of fun. Sorry, I have to cut that out. Now we're gonna mix that up. Now you can mix this with the green curry paste. If you know how much green curry paste you're going to be using. I'm going to put in, I think, a teaspoon of light soy sauce. Okay, so now this is going to go into our coconut milk mixture. Got our whole rolls. coconut and green curry paste just bubbling away here. Let's add our Thai basil and miso and mushroom. Ooh, that's quite spicy. Remember, the Thai basil is mostly to get it greener, because most commercial chili pastes aren't very green. Thai green curry depends on the green chilies to make it green. And commercial pastes back off on the chilies because not many people can handle that much. So now we're going to let that cook for just a minute. I'm going to have a taste with my deep fried tofu. Didn't really soak much up, so let's try to. That's good. And very spicy. I'm going to turn that down and let it simmer for just a minute. Okay, at this stage, taste your curry. And I know I've been tasting it all along, but that's the treat. Yeah, that is spicy. Add a tablespoon or so of cane sugar or brown sugar if you don't have cane sugar, and stir it in. And I'm not too worried. I know I said it's spicy. It is spicy for me at this stage, but we are going to be adding other things which will help mitigate that, and we're going to serve it with rice, which will honestly be a real buffer against the spiciness. So just make sure you keep stirring until that sugar dissolves. And I have some rice cooking on the back there. Let me watch it for a minute. Okay, now that we've got it back up to a simmer, we have a few things to add. Our fried tofu. I should keep throwing over. No, I got it all in there. Okay, I'm going to save a little bit for another dish. Our winter melon, which is like any other melon. Peel it, remove the pithy interior and seeds. A little bit of red pepper, just for color. And our bamboo shoots. I'm going to just stir them in. The reason I fry the tofu, besides the fact that I just love fried tofu, is it will give it a more of a, I don't know, meatier feel rather than everything being soft. And we're just going to let that simmer in there while we wait for the rice. Oh, dear me, I forgot. Copious amounts of Thai basil must go in. Oh dear. Cannot forget that. The fragrance is amazing. The flavor is game-changing. And with the Thai basil, we also have to put in some well-bruised Kafir lime leaves. You don't eat the lime leaves. You will have to remove those before eating. But they do make such a difference. And I do keep those in the freezer. Okay, time to give that a little rest, and in fact, time to give it a little taste. Give me one of those. Fabulous. It takes 15 to 20 minutes for the winter melon to cook until it's soft. If you want it crunchier, don't cook it that long. But with the red bell peppers and winter melon, ooh, looks delicious. This is time to serve Thai green curry with fried tofu. It's delicious. You probably won't even miss the meat. It is spicy, delicious, flavorful. Oh, there are so many words for it. None describe it well. Give me a little. The winter melon. There we go. Melt in your mouth soft. Now you can tone down the spice if you're not really into spices, or you can amp it up. Depends on your preference. But this is absolutely delicious. Let me serve it with some lovely basmati rice. And you'll be satisfied all night.